Hey guys, and welcome back to the HobbyDude007 channel. Want to give you a quick update on the small scale group bill for the month of February. As you can see, we've got everything cleaned off the sprue, got a few things drilled out and done, a few things sealed up that I'm going to be having to do some sanding on. So what I want to do is share that with you today, as well as get everything in primer real quick, and then we'll take a look. Well, let me share with you what we've got done. Okay guys, what we've got done so far is I've got the body marked on our 72 Charger. You see there's a little sink mark right there, and we're going to take care of that. And you see where the black Sharpie marks are, where there's some flash around the edges of the body down here and along here. So there's a little bit of sanding that's going to have to be done. You see along the bottom here on the rocker panels the same thing. And then of course where the roof attaches. Also where those little wings that come in the kit are, we went ahead and, as you can see, put a piece of styrene that was just kind of squeezed in there, put some glue in there, and then push that in. Got to do a little cleanup right here. You notice how that's kind of off kilter a little bit, and I'm going to clean that up. And right back here is where the body on a Funnycar lifts up. This snap together kit, you see that little peg right there, that actually stuck through the body, and you can see where there's a hole. Well, we get the light right there, there was a hole there. So we plugged that with some really thin sheet plastic on the outside, and we're going to smooth all that out. And I've taken and sanded this really close to where it fits up in there without protruding, but we're going to go ahead and fix that. And of course you see a little bit of the other Sharpie marks there from where some sharp edges where the injection marks are, as well as along the back side. But overall the molding is not bad on that. Moving to the chassis, I've got a few things that, well, it's a snap together, but I've got them glued in. And the roll cage part here is actually just one of those things that kind of pops out. You can see where the holes are there. We'll be putting a plate over that so you won't be able to see that. And the steering wheel will be doing the same way. I don't know why my hands are shaking, but anyway, and we'll get all this together, then we'll get some paint on there. I went ahead and put together the rear end, so we've got that clamped up, and I did go ahead and glue a lot of these parts as well. The other parts are cut away from the sprue. The engine, you see how this is spread out up here. That's where the pieces snap in and snap together, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that stuff as we get to it. Same thing for the blower and how it mounts to the top. The seam lines down through here from the top side probably won't be seen that much, but I am going to go ahead and sand that smooth. And the bottom was atrocious, as you see. I did a little bit of sanding so far, but I hadn't really gotten into it yet. But you see, well, back off a little bit there. You see how it looks. Wheels and tires. The wheels, just these will be chromed. I'll go ahead and get these in primer, get a base black on them, and we'll use all clad aluminum on the front and probably polished aluminum on the back. The tires are two-piece items, so I got those glued together. A little bit of sanding done on those, but I got to even that up a little bit more. And these are the Goodyear front runners, but we got the fronts lightly sanded, and we'll get those chucked up. And I just did this by hand, and we'll get that chucked into our Dremel on a low speed and just give it a soft little thing. Don't want to take too much of the tread out. Drag slicks in the rear, two-piece as well. As you can see, well, hopefully it'll come back apart. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, got those pressed together and did just a hand sanding on that. We'll get these chucked in as well and get that smoothed out a lot more as too. I'm debating over whether to white letter the tires. Not sure yet what I'm going to do with that, but we'll check that as we go along. I went ahead and put together the blower and the blower hat. This is probably the worst piece out of on the whole engine. Sorry about that. If it'll focus there anyway. You see this is really off kilter here, so this is going to have to be sanded down, and it's pretty deep in there anyway, so that actually is probably going to be okay. The belt looks good. The blower, I've had to sand some stuff off because there was some atrocious mold lines on that. So got that squared away, got the base plate on it. We'll do a little bit more cleanup on the top. Steering wheel is kind of out of kilter as far as scale goes and some flash, so sorry guys. We'll get that brought back to a little more of a scale look. And something I'm really tickled about was I decided to go ahead and put a distributor, some of the plumbing on it. I haven't drilled out the fuel cell yet, but we'll get to that. But I went ahead and using the detailing wire, which is a smaller scale, same stuff I used on the 32nd scale Earnhardt car. Went ahead and drilled the Hemi heads out, so that's where those will go. We'll be scratch building the distributor and be drilling out. I don't know whether I want to paint just slightly the tips of the exhaust, the pipes, or if I want to drill those out. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and get the my dead center punch back out again and go ahead and drill that out. But I think these are going to look good. We'll do the head and the valve covers in a polished aluminum, and I think I'm going to go more of a showy car look with well, probably just aluminum on the valve covers, and I'm thinking about going black, but I'm not sure. But I think I'm pushing toward the aluminum, and then the pipes being a polished aluminum or chrome, and then put a little heat stains on those, make them look really good. But that's where we are right now with everything. And guys, that is pretty much, oh, with the parachute, that's pretty much, let me get everything over here in the eye shot, other than the clear part, which is right here. That's pretty much the whole thing. So a lot of the details are going to be, or a lot of time on this one is just going to be on the small details that I want to add to it. But I think in 32nd scale, after doing the Earnhardt car, this might be really kind of fun, and again it fits the small scale group build. So that's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and get some sanding done on the body, and be right back. All right, guys, as you can see, we've got some mud on here and a lot of the sanding done, a lot of those mold lines removed. Right after this, we got our sanding done to smooth everything out, and as you see here, the body is in primer. Everything looks pretty good. There's a couple of spots I want to go back and resand. One little spot on the other side where that little wing went that I want to go back and touch up again. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, right there, right here. We're going to go back in and redo that and cover that up. The holes back here where the body hinge was, there's a little bit of spot there I want to do on both sides, just really just some wet sanding, because when the colors are on it, it's going to look good. I'm going to go with a two-tone, and we'll take a look at that next time. And then, like I said, we'll get the decals ordered for that coming up this week. And I think this is going to turn out to be a pretty cool little thing. I'm going to be working back on several other cars while some stuff on this is drying. So we'll touch back on it here shortly, but hope you've enjoyed what we're doing so far. And again, Dan, Sean, thank you so much for hosting the small scale group build again. It's not too late to jump in, guys. You got to the end of the month. Small scale, anything 32nd or smaller. And most importantly, have fun. Guys, God bless. Hope y'all have an awesome weekend, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thanks, guys.